Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. Don't be shy, bro. Don't be shy.
Is that your Mancunian or Cockney accent?
I think you'll find that is spot on, bro. That was spot on. Tam, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
For those who don't know, 3 people in Dubai who don't know who this is, Tam Khan, aka the Brown Bomber, aka the Yellow Bomber.
I haven't heard the Brown Bomber in maybe 15 years, to be honest.
Mate.
And when people hear it, they think it means dog shit. And I'm like,
Yeah,
nah.
you know, the first thing I thought you were taking a massive shit. And you were like...
I was like,
you saw the
listen,
power.
Joe Lewis, the Brown Bomber.
So is boxing okay, we've got a lot to go through here, and I'm quite glad that I've got someone here, and I'm really glad that I got a Brit, bro, because I got all these fucking Americans that have been coming on the show. Nothing against Americans, but everything against Americans. But it's nice to hear.
I love Yanks, but we got to spank the Yanks sometimes.
Yeah, right.
You know
It's
what I mean?
nice to hear the Queen's, well, some version of
Mine's
the Queen's
more like
English.
EastEnders meets Snatch.
So where you went? You were born in the UK? No, born in Afghanistan or born in the UK?
UK, born and bred, born in North London, Edgware Hospital.
Nice. I know Edgware.
And lived near North London, Finsbury Park, Colindale, Edgware, Hendon, all these areas. Then my dad got a job in Essex, so I think at 8 or 9 years old, I moved to Essex.
Canvey Island?
Canvey Island. The island of dreams. If you don't know what that is, it's like Hawaii. No, it's not. But I love it. It's home. It's
where the British flag was made, I reckon. That's where they designed the flag.
It's pure Anglo-Saxon hub. Like, literally, there was 2 ethnic families, maybe ours and maybe the local Indian restaurant owners.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why when people hear me on the phone, they think I'm white. Because, you know, you get a lot of the Asian background kind of English born, but they still that accent. Yeah, I'm me. I'm gonna get in my BMW in it, blood. And you're always like,
you can see it. You're just like, where'd that come from?
Oh, my mates, I take the piss out of them. So why have you got accent still? But so
that 4 Lions accent, right?
Yeah, 4 Lions.
Robert Rabbits, bro.
But,
is it haram, bro?
Is it haram? Is it haram? Haram. I used to get that all the time. It's haram, bro. You're haram.
Did you used to walk around doing that as well? So
you're haram. You're haram. You're going to clubs and stuff. And, so yeah, born in and raised in Essex my whole life. Wouldn't have changed it for the world. I loved that county, South and on-sea, Leigh-on-Sea.
Bro, you know, that's really funny you say that. So I used to street skate when I was younger. I'm one of these kids that was, you know, someone who's I don't know where my genes come from, but any sport that I take up, I become the best in it. And I mean,
but let's
I
get one thing clear: street skating ain't a sport.
No.
It's the kids I used to throw in dustbins.
No.
I'm joking.
When we come to, I used to compete,
How old
bro. I used to compete. You're a year younger than me.
You're street skating.
No, you're a year older than me. You're 81. I'm 82.
So you were street skating when I was like listening to rap.
No,
records.
I'm talking about
wearing big chain. I had a big medallion with a T. Yeah, my dad thought it was a cross. Tried to rip it off me.
Have you been to Leigh-on-Sea skate park, bro?
When did that open?
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So Leigh-on-Sea skate park is a famous skate park. I'll tell you why. So we used to compete. We used to do all those vert ramps and all that stuff. So you talk a good game, but if I put a pair of blades on you and put you on the top of a vert ramp, bro,
the only
your
people
pants,
who should wear rollerblades,
your shit would hit the floor before you.
The only people who wear rollerblades,
rollerblades,
those blonde California chicks with denim shorts, with the butt cheeks hanging out, going down South Beach or
to be fair, I did have blonde hair, and it was.
I can imagine.
It was long.
Imagine me on rollerblades, bro. They'll think it's like.
But that's the thing. You've got to change the vibe of what they think. You can't let them just think you're a
There's
certain
an old
way.
saying, no, it's good for you, but you know, there's a few different kind of men on earth. There's alpha males, there's betas, and there's gammas.
And there's the alpha
bladers. There's
the
alpha male, which is like, we're cavemen with mobile phones, is what I say, yeah?
Okay.
We eat,
but we invented the wheel.
With your woman, you sleep,
and
then you hunt. So, for example, if this was like the old days, I would just like go to someone's house, kill them and take their food.
Yeah,
but you would have been
you
would have been the guy who was you'd be mending my food for me.
No.
You'd be like, Tam Khan.
You would have been like you would have been that tribe. You would have been that tribe that is way on the other side of us. We would have invented the wheel and had these little skates with like 4 wheels on them. We would have been zinging past you.
I would have come on my horse like that with my sword.
Trying to do your thing. We were original apocalyptos, bruv. We were running.
I was like,
I am Jaguar Paul.
I'm Genghis Khan. He's Margaret Thatcher. You know what I'm saying? Or Neil Kinnock.
You're John Major, bro.
He's John Major. I'm Genghis Khan.
You're great. So do you remember Spitting Image?
Yeah, it's back.
No
I heard
way.
It's coming back. Yeah,
it's not going to be the same. Nothing that comes back is the same, bro.
But I heard it's coming back, which they need. Like, I think you need comedy like that to like take the piss out of all this shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, we live in a different world now, which I can just about fit in now. Because like you said, I'm very old school. And I've got friends. I went to Holland Park School. I don't even know what Holland Park School is. It's not Cornelius.
I've heard of Holland Park.
It's not Cornelius. Cornelius, mate. It's not a school like yours,
You've
mate.
got a train station, tube station, Holland Park.
Yeah, but it's not the same as a school. The school was like, they used to call it Holland Park Prison. So all of the ruffians from everywhere used to be there, but it was very mixed, bruv, very multicultural. Don't tell me about Cornelius, bruv.
Yeah, but yours is like United Nations. Mine, right?
Yeah.
Was a council estate. So my first day you had to fight. And when I mean one thing about the East End, it's not about it's like put your hands up, let's go and shake hands. Like real people like West Ham fans or Millwall or like a lot of sports. It was real men, rugged. It was like a Cockney.
Come on, mate. It toughens you up. They didn't call them the East Ham Smilers, bro. The Chelsea Smilers. That came from Chelsea, mate.
Yeah, but the Chelsea, like, you know what I mean? All right, Millwall, South. Like, well, I used to go Millwall games with one of our friends from school. His dad was one of the I don't know, hooligan things when I was a kid. I'm looking at the crowd thinking, am I the only brown face here? Bro? Like, I'm white.
You were a target, man. You were ready to go.
Nah, but it was good. So
when you first went there, did you experience a lot of racism?
Honestly, for me, I've rarely kind of remember any racism. So that's why I think too many people are victims. I think, see, you'll get racism from uneducated people. It's not racism. It's like, I'm going to go down that package shop. It's not, for them, it's just a word or the chinky for a Chinese. It's how they're raised. It's so.
But this is the point that I'm making. The way comedy is now, and the world is so sensitive, bro.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, fuck's sake, I can't be dealing with this stuff. Like I'm not saying it because of that. It's just this is the way we talk.
I think there's a limit to what you should make fun of.
Obviously, but comedians should be left to do whatever they want, especially comedians. They should be able to take the piss out of everyone they want and in any way they want because it's comedy.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you offend someone, so I wouldn't say a certain word to offend them. When you get older, you learn. But when they're kids and these kind of terms, it was just the way it was.
And they're just reflecting what their parents are saying.
It was just those times. Like if you watched Only Fools and Horses or these kind of chat shows or old sitcoms, they'd say these words.
You're definitely Rodney, mate.
So it was like, I'm Del Boy.
I'm Del Boy. You're Rodney.
You're not Rodney. You're the granddad.
Mate, how many sales did you make today, bro?
You're the granddad.
How many sales did you make today?
I do sales.
There you go. You're Rodney, mate.
People do them for me.
You're Rodney, mate. You're Rodney. There's nothing like that. Of being out there and making a dodgy sale, bro. It's a special taste when you've sold something for 10 times its worth for no reason.
I used to sell TVs to blind people. I'm not looking at radios to deaf people. I was that good.
Well, you used to sell mobile phones as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the jobs you had before you came out here.
Carphone Warehouse.
Yeah. Carphone Warehouse.
Bowser's on the High Street. And I tell you, I was one of the top salespeople in the district. I was so good, they did an investigation. They thought I was doing fraud. I was like, no, I've sold 600 phones to that Nigerian guy.
You probably were making
No, joke.
And that Nigerian guy was also the son of that prince who died and sending me those emails, right?
No, there was a 6'4" Nigerian called Karen, and I sold the contract to. No, but it was that good because you get to the.
Well, all your friends coming in, and they were like 8, 9, up to about, let's say, 13 years old with Amex cards and stuff, credit cards. Yeah, I'll just use my credit card.
You'd open the shop shutter and I'll be there like, I'm not a morning person. Yeah. You'd have this bless her, some poor old granny walking, go, how do I turn my phone on? And I'm like, fucking, it's 9 a.m. Yeah. And then, all right, how do I turn it off? And you'll be there for half hour. So I just tell the other people, just deal with her, please. Deal with it. Like, people like me, and I remember there was a McDonald's 4 doors on my left. So I'd go there and just eat crap at lunch. And there was a fight in McDonald's. Some guy and some girl, so I choked him out cold. I stopped some kind of attack, and I become a little hero in the little high street. And they all come to shake my hand, the woman and the kids and stuff, because she had a boyfriend or husband. And he was a miskin, like he didn't want to. And this was some drunken guy. It was like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, high street,
and he's already drunk.
And he kind of did something, I think, like with a kid or I don't know, something stupid. But I thought I'm not going to hit him because he's drunk and it could kill him. And he was dirty, so I just got him a rear naked. So it's just the easy, simple
rear naked is the easiest way
to get away. Put him to sleep, but then you let go like that, like Seagal. You make it look more.
As soon as you feel and then you get it to go.
And I just laid him, and the high street police came and everyone stopped it. She goes, no, he didn't do nothing. The guy's attack, he just controlled it.
See, now you can't do that.
And I was pissed. I left my McDonald's milkshake, so I just went back. I was like, fuck, I left my milkshake.
Now you can't do that stuff.
Yeah, you can't, but you can restrain people. I think you can. I would never happened to me on a train once. A builder and a guy were fighting at 7 a.m. on the commute to London. Imagine over I don't know what it was, a proper fist up
over a chair
from Benfleet to it was going past near Pitsy Basden, and the whole train just watching. So I had to stop that too. I was like, why? Have you got energy over a chair? Move your bag or something. The usual fights, but
this is the thing. You got to be careful with that stuff because I remember back in the day, you got close friends in the group, and there's like a couple of guys, couple of girls, and then the girls, he hit me or whatever. So we'd all go bang him up, and then 2 days later they'd be back together, and you'd be like, well, you just made me look like an idiot. Like, then that's when we were like, I'm just not getting involved in any of your business anymore, bro.
I've had that a few times.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's just like,
no, I don't bang, but I'll just stop if I see it, because I don't even want to see people make out, to be honest with you. I don't like that too.
Yeah, public display of friendship. It makes no sense.
Like, okay, kiss the cheeks, but just hanging.
There's no need to.
I got kids now. I don't want to see you like eating faces. Don't do it in front of me. You know? I hate it.
But that's why I like it here, because that stuff ain't happening here.
People say what they want in the West, and they're like, oh, Dubai's that. The sheikhs do the They don't know nothing.
You say most of them have never been there. The ones that do say that,
most of them have never been there. And most of them, like, I'm quite blessed. I've been close to one of the rulers here since 12 years. I've been there. I've seen how they live, and they're not. It's not what people. It's not a prison. They can do what they want. This whole media bullshit in the West.
Yeah, of course it is.
So that's when I got into loads of fights on Facebook over. I'm like, you know nothing. The leader here drives around himself in a car. He walks in malls.
And he goes in.
No security.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. Yeah, people love him. Yeah, he looks after his own people. When's a leader done that in England?
Nah.
For the
Boris on a bike, innit? You saw him riding a bike.
Look at the veterans or the elderly, the English.
They don't look up.
They don't look up.
But they don't have that culture as well, where in our cultures, you know, people. I mean, maybe not us because we're a couple of rebels when we left home early, but a lot of people kind of live at home for a while, or when their parents get old, they kind of move them back in and kind of look after them.
I'm doing the same. I'm gonna get my mum. My plan is to have more whole family in a compound here. My sister loves London. She won't, but just have them all close, because nothing. Family always. What else is there?
Yeah,
right?
There's nothing else, and you learn that it's crazy, right? When because you got twins like me, and you kind of you look at them and you think, oh, my mum and dad used to look at me like this. But all the mad stuff that they do.
And I just want my mum around to teach them like religion and because
who they are and where they're from as well.
Yeah, and I never feel anything as a kid, just my mum. Imagine that, I never touched alcohol or drug, and I was allowed to go clubs. My mum picked me up, she goes, you can go there, but know your limits. So she thought, just go and dance like I'm fucking...
And that's exactly your dance, mate.
Yeah, I know. Men don't dance. But Michael Jackson, men don't dance.
I say the same. I call dancing arrogant walking, bro. I just don't see
I don't get how a man can dance.
Yeah, I don't see the point of it. Like, even my wife's like, come on, I danced on my wedding. And that was it. Like, I don't, when I get into a place or a party, I rarely go clubbing unless it's a birthday. But I just like to sit back, chill, have a couple of joke conversations.
It was those stupid old days, we'd stand and act hard in the corner. I'm like, why are we here?
But properly, like, these people that are properly, and doing moves as well.
Dubai. When I come to Dubai, and some guy goes, let's go out, I met my first friend. And it was a club called Boudoir. And then we went.
I remember Boudoir.
And this guy's busting moves. I went, what are you doing? And I
was
like messaging my mate in London, going, bro, this guy is dancing. He can't dance. He's like a gay kind of Lebanese.
Was he wearing a white shirt and slick back hair? He was probably Lebanese.
He looked like you as well. Like, he had tight jeans. He had 4 phones in one hand, 10 pairs of keys and a cigarette, and he was just greaseball. And I was like, oh, bruv, and I just stood there. Like, listen, I'll stand over there and just wait. Had about 15 Red Bulls because I don't drink, and I was like this, and I'm gonna go home.
But that's another thing why I can't go out as well, because I don't drink either. So Red Bull is my thing. Then I started noticing, bro, why is this Red Bull more expensive than your alcohol? Like, why am I paying so much just to drink Red Bull?
But I just,
dude, it's like
I can enjoy myself
30 dirhams with a Red Bull.
I've never been to drink, but for me, I could enjoy myself wherever I did. But I never, to be honest, when you're younger, you'd go clubs just to look at women. I mean, what do men like?
Yeah, they don't go there because they want to go and dance. It's not.
I would never go to a club like being married or allow my wife or because clubbing for me is just a place to hook up someone. You telling me you're going to dance? Listen, dance in your fucking bedroom.
No one's
music.
And you know what I noticed about clubs as well? Now, I don't know if this is from being raised in a religious background or not, but I always get this rotten feeling when I go to clubs. Like, I just sit there and I look at people and I'm like, the energy in here is not good, bro. It's not a good vibe,
I used to be a bouncer.
Bro.
I saw it. I used to do door work when I was in England. So I've seen what it's like, bro. It's just a dirty world.
It's manky, bro.
People date rape in the girls' drinks, girls' violence, fighting. The girls were not crazy than the guys.
Yeah, when you see girls fighting that.
Bloody, you go into the toilet, you see someone knocked out, maybe laying there for about 30 minutes. Over everything, it's a drink.
Check his pockets quickly and then make sure he's all right.
You can tell. And the alcohol, it's just it makes them think they're in another world. So it's just it's the worst drug on earth is alcohol. It leads to that. And
it does. And also seeing people fight with alcohol as well. Like, they think that they're like, but really they're like flailing around the place, and their punches aren't even hurting anyone.
It's the brave vodka, it's the brave pills, or whatever you want to say.
So what got you into fighting in the beginning? The advertisement?
No, just as a kid, I loved Bruce Lee to Arnie, Stallone. I'd watch as a kid. I'd watch A-Team. A lot of kids liked whatever, Ninja Turtles. I was into the A-Team, Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, wrestling, bro. Like Ultimate Warrior, Bodies and Alpha. Like that was the era of the 80s. Rambo, and I was like, I want to be like that. And
don't like you like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, bro. You love.
Bret Hart I did, not Shawn Michaels, but I appreciate him now as an athlete. But Bret Hart I liked, but Warrior, Legion of Doom.
Bret Hart's finisher. Remember Bret Hart's finisher?
The sharpshooter, Bro, we're the biggest.
Do you know how many sharpshooters I've done in my life, bro? I was the biggest fan.
I actually worked with WWE as well.
Bro,
you know?
I've done so many sharpshooters. Like in my life, you know, when you're growing up playing with kids, that was the move that you would hold maybe 4 seconds longer than you should have when you got your mate.
It was the Boston Crab.
And
like, you know, me and my brother would always wrestle, and we're huge fans of them.
But what got you into it properly? I mean, what was your first martial art that you started?
Probably boxing, and then I did Wing Chun. I tried Wing Chun as well because I thought Bruce Lee, and I went to the gym. It was like, and I was like, this is shit. It's like they were making me. No offense to Wing Chun, it's a great art if you do it for art. But for me, what I wanted to do was he wouldn't even see the hooks coming. It was just too limited. Then I saw UFC 1 on a VHS from a Blockbuster video, and I was like, what is this? Actually, sorry, I read a Martial Arts Illustrated magazine, the hardest family in the world, the Gracies. I'm like, what are these skinny guys in Brazil? Like, what? 500 fights, never lost. Fight with a guy from the Amazon, fought in the streets of Rio. I'm like, whoa. Went to Blockbuster, got the video, UFC 1, 2, and 3, watched it, and Hoist Gracie was like, that was it. I was like, who is this guy? And
Hoist changed the game completely.
I tried to watch the videos, learn with my friends, throwing like submissions, not knowing what you're doing, punch kicking, because I was a Mike Tyson fan as well, so I'd always do everything. Too, and gym, I was always, I'd fight, if it was in school, street, I was always like a stupid rowdy kid. And do
you think that's because of your heritage?
No, I think
certain people have different blood. Because I remember all the Afghanis that I knew growing up, they were ready to fight over anything.
It's a culture, but it's the mums as well. Like my mum's tough. She's like, never ever be scared of no one, but never.
But don't be a dick
don't be just always so you had to be in the. Like even if we lived by the seafront, and she'd open the balcony doors and hoot like fresh air. I was like, oh, it's cold. She goes, what do you mean cold? Mike Tyson gets cold. Like you couldn't act like a pussy around my mum. To this day, you can't sit in like hug your wife. It's like, what are you, a man or like very alpha, bro? Like I was raised like that. So we're not like affection. I hug them like that.
Yeah,
it was like that. So we're very like raised like that, and so toughness, this that. My mum's hero. My mum loved Mike Tyson. She watched when he bit Holyfield's ear with me and all my friends. She goes, yes, good. Like, what mum does that? She goes, he headbutted him good. So we're into that stuff, and just because we're Pashtuns, it's in our history like a race which has never lost a war, and it's like you get Chechens or Dagestanis.
That's what I mean.
Heritage.
They're built from a different cloth.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's in the blood, and it's like very proud. Like I'm not so like for me, it's Muslim and that's whatever. But I'm proud. Also, you know your history. Like when people discuss, you know that it's a race which never took crap or. Kind of honourable, and certain things you don't do, certain ways you don't act. You never see you never fight in public, for example. You act like a kid. You're always like a man. Like you see these Kafkas, Chechens or Dagestanis. You can't make little pranks like you're English, go behind you, go. Whoa.
Exactly.
You can't do that with them. They'll kill you on the spot. It's like there's certain ways you act. You know. So
I mean, we got that a lot with you could tell, because I remember, I mean, growing up and coming from that kind of background, I remember seeing the prep for the Khabib Conor fight, and I remember thinking, I mean, I respect Conor as a fighter. Well, now I'm not so sure, but before. But when all that was unfolding, I was like, nah, this is the wrong way about it, man. This is not the way you do things. Like, there's certain people you should know who you can do stuff with and who you shouldn't. And Khabib is not one of those people that pisses about with that stuff. And I wasn't just talking about the fight, he's going to smash your face because of this. Just in general, there's certain people, even if you're not going to fight with them, there's certain people you can't make certain jokes with. There's certain people you can't say certain things to.
Of course, but the fight game is so different because Conor is selling tickets.
But I feel like he could have still sold a lot without bringing in religion and family and all that stuff.
They broke all the records. I don't think, there's a limit to what you do, but it is a fight business, and it happens like, and even what Khabib did after, for me, is fine. You can't complain.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it is what it is. You talking it's made it 2.2 or 4 million pay-per-views, bro. That they smash records, and even if they wanted to rematch, it'll be even bigger. So that's the fight game. But anyone else would have took it. That region, they don't like that kind of stuff. Disrespect. They don't joke like that, and because it's a Muslim kind of very proud nation. But Conor, he didn't care. But I mean, what a fight! And I love Khabib. Obviously, Khabib's our guy, and I've met him many times. Come to the gym, but also I love Conor too. I think he's, for me, he's a super, like one of the hardest fighters out there. Tough, and without it wasn't Conor, not many would watch that fight. Not you wouldn't know Khabib maybe if you're not like we're fans, but a lot of people wouldn't know Khabib if it weren't for the hype. So in a way, it's a blessing. It happened, you know.
So. And what were when you first met Khabib? I mean, I want to be his friend just so I can try and meet him somewhere, and he just says to me, "Send me the location. Anytime, any place, just send me location."
I've been around these like
seems like a very nice guy,
a long time because of my gyms and many mutual friends of his for childhood. So a lot of my closest friends are from that region, so I know how they are. He's just the same like them. Very.
It's very
loyal,
get, right?
honourable people, and funny, good guys.
What
and
you see
very
is what you get.
Practicing in Islam, all of them. Chechens especially. Chechens are very like that. Like the kind of thing where if they're younger than you, you come into this room, they'll get up, give you the seat. You don't see that anymore, younger generation. You know what I mean? And
you know, saying that, I remember coming here once. So my grandfather used to work for Sheikh Zayed very closely. So we're very close to all of the royal families in Abu Dhabi and all that stuff. And I remember once sitting in a huge majlis when I was younger. And obviously I was raised in the UK. I mean, I was born here, but I went at 5 years old and then came back. We're sitting in a majlis and there's maybe, you know, let's say 100 chairs in a circle. So we're one of the first people there. So then, you know, Flan walks in, everyone gets up. I'm like, right, get up. But literally it was like 100 times and I was just like, what's going on here, mate? Like, how many times am I going to keep standing up? I was so confused, but literally every time someone walked in, everyone got up, got back down. And it's just that kind of respect.
It's for elders, it's Islamic as well, but
it's really good.
But rarely you see, even now, a lot of Muslims do it as much as they do. I'm in a gym, for example, and there's a coffee bit, a healthy bar bit, and when these kids are sitting, they'll get up for the elders. Like they're very respectful, and I like that, you know, discipline, how they train. Look at these Russian kids, bro, 8 years old doing pull-ups, chin-ups, literally muscle-ups, 7, 8 push-ups. The dads are pushing them on treadmills. 7, 8-year-old kids now are playing computer games. You know?
It's not.
They're built differently. They're very tough.
They don't have the same goals. They don't have the same teaching. They don't have the same.
They're very tough race. So you know, like, but Khabib for me is modern day Ali purely because of his character, message he portrays. I think he's amazing for the sport and the next generation to learn from him. You know, because he gives the best message.
He's an amazing ambassador.
Yeah, but he's real. What I've been with him outside cameras and in the mall. Took him a few places and I've seen it's not fake. That's what you see is what you get. He prays. He's very, he doesn't look at women. He's very humble, and what you see is what you get. He's not a fake character, which a lot. No, I've met many of these superstar athletes, and some of them are for show, or a lot of them have affairs behind. Like you'll be shocked in that game.
I mean, even so much so to that level that there's a ring girl in the UFC.
Yeah.
And out of her respect for Khabib, she wore an abaya when she was taking a picture with him on the thing.
Okay.
So out of her kind of like respect and admiration for him, she didn't go in there in a bikini.
Abaya where?
It was in, I'll show you the video. She literally put on an abaya when she was doing her photo op with him.
Oh, maybe the apron things,
Yeah. Like, that's she went titties out or whatever.
No, but also, the message you portray, for example, if you want to be like sleepy, a girl will feel it. And but like he came to the gym and a few women want to take pictures. He's like, sorry, I don't shake hands. And he just stood like that. And they're literally 2 meters away. And I respect it. I was like, you know what, that's a real, like, it's his way. And it's
because the things are changed.
The way it
should a lot
be.
of that kind of like, kiss, you know, people with their
I never
friends,
do that myself either.
Their friends, girls, and all that stuff. And it's like,
I'm like, what are you doing like my wife? Like, you touching. For me, that's sexual, you know?
Yeah.
But he's, they're all like that from that region. Like a lot of them. You
and they're very close as well. I mean,
when it's prayer time, bro, they all stop in the corner and it's like Jamal.
Watching them together, there seems like a bond that you can see that isn't like a lot of other camps.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just a brotherhood, but because they're all raised as kids as well. His team are all loyal. They're from day one. I think they all came up at the same time, so it's like a brotherhood like that. So it's like me. I know, bro, thousands, millions of people, but it's like 5 of us.
Yeah, that's the same as me.
Circle.
One hand.
And these 5, literally, if I died or went jail, stuff I'm just saying, worst case.
You know that they'd look after your kids
and my wife could, with kids live in their house. I know I would never think twice about anything.
Yeah.
Who can you say that about nowadays? You know,
dude, I'm the same. Bro.
And like guys, you know,
2, 3 friends. That's
real people. And that 5 or 3 or 4 or 5 is for me stronger than 100. Like I've so many snakes in this world. I've been around people and worms, and I've been there done it. So I see a mile off. I play civil. I know who's who, And there's no saying. Once you see a little mistake, even if it's the smallest one, that's always going to be there. Never trust that person again.
And it's also the whole thing that we say, you know, in our culture where, you know, I don't even need to meet you. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah. I mean, look, exactly. But you can sometimes give benefit of that and see, but once you see that kind of sign,
slip, little slippery things that happen,
and it depends on what it is. That's it. It's just there's certain limits in friendship, you know. Yeah.
So, what would you say is the most, if you had to choose one? And I know no fighter who's an all-round fighter would want to choose one, but the most, I want to choose the right word here.
Effective art or
most effective,
art of the MMA. If you had to choose one discipline.
If you had to choose one discipline.
I mean, it's so hard to say. For me, it would have been before Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because that's what started it.
Yeah.
The submissions. But if I looked at it now, I think the most important part is wrestling, freestyle wrestling.
Okay.
I think that's
more so than Jiu-Jitsu.
Because it controls the fight where you want to go. You start standing. If I'm a world-class, a really good wrestler, I can dictate if I want to take you down, keep it standing. I dictate where the fight goes. If you look at Khabib and all the champions are wrestlers who are dominating on top.
You see the t-shirts they wear like, if Sambo was easy, it would be called Jiu-Jitsu.
BJ, obviously, of course, they take parts of that, but I think wrestling is so effective, close between BJJ. I think the worst would be like boxing.
But more so than striking, right?
Because you're limited. Like grappling, listen, to knock someone out without clinching, it's not like a movie or a street. Street's different. No one knows how to fight. I could do a highlight reel. Take out the referee in boxing, you're going to clinch.
Yeah.
You're there. Now what do you do if you don't know what you're doing?
I mean, this is what I was thinking. I think the most, like, I remember when I first started Jiu-Jitsu and the difference I felt, even after 2 classes, bro, it was a world of difference.
It's a different kind of power as well.
Just knowing, even the comfort and the breathing when someone's on top of you, knowing that there's a reason for you to move here or move there or where they're moving, whatever. I think that you get one person who's been doing jiu-jitsu for a month and you get a striker who's been boxing for years. He's got no chance, bro.
It depends also.
If it gets into I'm talking about street fight.
But in a street fight, you see a lot of, it's such a big argument, because I used to think about the same, but see a lot of the guys who go into jiu-jitsu are kind of the guys who don't like to get hit. Boxers are more rougher, tougher, kind of more heart, like they'll be like that, but when you spar and getting hit in the face, it takes a different kind of balls. Yeah. You can get nerds doing jiu-jitsu. You see a lot like, Paul's guard, he's got glasses, but...
Yeah, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right?
You get a good boxer and he's going to start swinging at you and just vicious and uppercuts from everywhere. What do you do?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, the point that I'm making is, okay, if you take these two arts and you train them both for the same amount of time.
Of course, yeah. I mean, look,
a month of jiu-jitsu versus a month of kickboxing. A month of jiu-jitsu. I'm talking about very beginner stages. I think in that month of jiu-jitsu, the amount of comfort and composure that you would learn in that not to panic mode and to have a lot more understanding of your own body.
I think still you need more than a month because jiu-jitsu, it's a lot. It's an art which needs a lot of base and time.
Yeah, of course. It's like one of the only arts where you're not getting your belts every 2 months.
But like if, for example, kickboxing throwing knees and stuff. Jiu-Jitsu is superb, but it doesn't teach you how to get the guy down. So he's in that month. To get those submissions, you got to take him down. So when that guy's roaring, throwing hands, uppercuts, throwing an elbow if he's a Thai guy. Once that guy feels that punch, then his jiu-jitsu goes. It's like an old saying: punch a black belt once, make him a purple belt. Punch him twice, he's a blue belt. Punch him again, and he's a white belt. You know? It's an old saying. So it's hard to say, but for me, freestyle wrestling, pick you up and. You could be a black belt, he'll pick you up, slam you on concrete and walk off, you're done. Hey.
What are you going to do about that, right?
Well, I mean, just that clinch, when they've got that clinch, you're on, bro, he'll drop you. But imagine landing on that floor. Yeah. You try and reach out shoulder blades.
Yeah, because even your head hitting off the floor, bro, it's not a good look.
You could die, bro.
Yeah, so many people, like street fights and that, they get, they're drunk. Especially when they're drunk as well and they just...
Yeah, it's like, I used to see it on the doors.
I've seen a couple of knockouts where I've just been like,
and then everyone runs up and kicks him in the head too.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? When he's down and him and his boys go and stomp him, mate. Yeah. That's nuts. So what made you come, where was the decision where you were like, I'm going to Dubai?
I came to Dubai on holiday a couple of times, 2005, 6 or 7. I just love the place, the weather, Muslim country, everything's halal. You hear the call to prayer, adhan, mosque, safe. I like the rules about covering up. not drinking freely, like fell in love and I had a fight coming up and I was like, let me Google a gym to train in because I need to keep active. And I couldn't find any MMA centers. I'm like, well, that's weird for a place which is booming. Like, I'm shocked it's not here yet. There was a few gyms, but everything mixed up. Yeah, I think, but went back home and I just thought, I was in some Basildon Tesco's extra car park eating sandwiches, sitting there. And I'm like, fuck it, this is depressing. Like, everything was grey. It was like last in summer wine. I'm sitting there, I just come from a tan. I'm thinking, fuck this. You know what? I'm moving to Dubai. I'm going to do this, that. And my mate goes, yeah, all right. I said, I'll watch. I'm going to do it. And everyone thought I'd just go for a few weeks. And I swear, 2008, July 15th, the rest is history. You just thought I'll go. My mum's like, yeah, you're going to go there for a few weeks. I said, yeah. Packed a bag. And I did the same thing. Never come back. And I was like, just hustling, started, put a name around it. It was kind of hard, but you fall in love with the place. And the name, I think I was on the front page of a newspaper called 7 Days at that time. And it went viral. Next day, my phone's off the hook. And I walk in this like space I was renting there for classes. And it was full, literally, of people just wanted it, and it just went from there to there. And the way I had to teach people liked it. It was hardcore.
But what were you teaching them at the time?
MMA.
Okay. And when it comes to MMA, is there any MMA qualification? Because it's different, right?
No,
it's difficult because you have different...
There's no qualification in it. I mean, jiu-jitsu, you get the belts system, but
like
kickboxing,
most arts, you get
boxing, there's no qualification. It's experience. Nothing beats experience. And then you can have a world-class fighter who can't coach, or you could have a guy who wasn't great.
It takes a lot to coach.
Coaching's an ability and how you learn. And
a lot of fighters don't like to coach as well.
Yeah, but they'd rather they don't care for it. And my coach was superb in a way. Daniel Bazzotta from Essex. He taught us everything well-rounded, so I learned a lot of him. And to this day, it's time. The stuff I've learned from there to this day is still as effective as the new things. And from there, you're working with other fighters, training around athletes, and you pick things up. It's knowledge. And class good and kind of hardcore, and people just fell in love with it. And then I brought Hoist Gracie over in 2009, which was mad. Like, first time to have a fight.
Right?
People, because I was very close friends with him, no one knew that and didn't believe. And we had a seminar, like 100 people came to pay and train with him. And from there, boom, 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 opened my first facility, Contender MMA. First ever full-time MMA gym with a cage. And people were like, whoa, what is this? And Vanderlei Silva opened that for me. Brought Anderson Silva for seminars. Loads of athletes, and then just from there, seen as a hub, the UFC thing. So fighters, everyone will contact me, taught people from scratch to become fighters. And many of the guys in the region now all started from me. Many of the guys, the main names. So that was the base of where it all started, like 10, 11, 12 years ago.
And then from there moved on to Glory, right? Yeah,
Glory. Had some problems with some business partners, as you do in Dubai. Then went to another gym, I took over. Another problem there. Egos is a bitch in business, and I don't want to say names and shit because if this was back home, they'd be 6 foot under. But here, you'll be like, you're adults now,
and then TK.
But it was all a blessing. I'm like, everything happens for a reason, and then just make my own brand, my own name. I built. Everyone knows me, so I've always had alhamdulillah, like a loyal following. Wherever I went, people came. And TK MMA Fitness was 2015 or 14. It's really successful.
See, I must have gone there just before that because when I went there,
health club. It was called. It was a place called.
There's a Lebanese guy.
Multi Club.
Yeah, something like that. Because it's up in the tower and it's got an outdoor, right?
Yeah, Multi Club.
I remember going there.
And I saw it, and it was like space. And my friend goes, "Look, this place.
The space is sick. That
he goes, "There's a sick space here." And I had that concept first from Glory. I started that concept outdoor, indoor, and they kind of cloned that. And he goes, "They're not doing well." And another place it's there. So I walked in. There's like 30 people, like members. I was like, why? And I was like, they can't be making money. And I spoke to the guy who was running it then. And basically I made him offer he couldn't refuse. And within, changed everything, made it an MMA room, knocked walls down, opened a section there. And from there it just went. But I started a marketing campaign, social media, leading up to the Open for 8-9 months, just teasers and teasers. And then bang. And from there we've had WWE superstars to world champion boxers to MMA, to like Khabib, to Lindsay Lohans, to Amir Khans, to the Chris Eubank Juniors, to the, come in there and train. So it's just the hub. And it's everyone know it. And now like with the outdoor section, it's like Thailand as well, meets Dubai. It's got it all. The best boot camp in the city is heaving. It's just the best vibe. And what's different to other gyms? You get these gyms where you get kind of all these like juices walking around, egos. You can't have an ego in my gym. I'll be the first to grab you. There's no intimidating women. Our staff knows. Everyone knows each other's name. It's like a community, which I like. Everyone knows, what's happening, you know. The social media, we repost the customers, we don't just do, you know. So everything's, we make them welcome. Yeah. And that's what it's like that UK feel.
Yeah. And also as well, I was surprised, dude, because when I saw that deal that you put on the other day, I was just like, what? Because one thing you get here is extortionate gym rates, dude. Where if you were in the UK, there ain't no way you're paying £300 a month for a gym.
And I don't get how they, look, two things. One, how they last like that. I think it's either black money or they're doing something, or they're trying to just IPO, eventually sell the brand, which is okay. Number two, you're going through a pandemic. Like, why? People ain't got money.
Yeah.
Would you care? And like, for me...
And it shows that you don't really care about the member at all, right?
I just...
If they're charging that price, they don't care about the members. They don't, it's not a community, it's not a family. Like
they don't care. Like, listen, and my package is not other gyms. We offer classes, bro, world-class coaching classes. It's not like you pay for a gym. Even that, for a gym membership, cheap. What I'm giving. You're getting free classes involved: MMA, boxing, BJJ, Muay Thai, strength and conditioning boot camps. No one offers that. No one gives what we give. No one. Like no one. They could never even match what we give. And it's not about. Some people say you're undercutting. It makes it. It's not quality. Everyone knows the quality. For me, it's just I feel it's that time where you need to like look after the people. Like look at the rents, how they're dropping. You've got to work with the economy, and at the same time, I like the vibe. I like how it is, and it's just I just know from people. I just don't like seeing like if I can help some people out, I'll do it. You know, like whatever. If you've got that opportunity to do it, look after them.
Yeah, you got it, you know, and it's kind of like I kind of get the vibe of you know those old school movies where. Coach, I got no money this month. Yeah. Can I mop the floor?
Bro,
like kind of thing, you know.
A gym, maybe 100 fighters who don't pay.
Yeah.
Probably about 300 members who are free. You would be shocked.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, come, or I can pay this and that.
As long as they're not taking a piss. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I know how some people are. Like they're really talented fighters and they're working in a weight or something. And I know their salary. Like, what am I going to make them pay? Like, what's that going to change for me?
Yeah.
So let them. Like, it's. The ones who go out like on a business model, you're gonna fail, or it's just. You know what I mean? For me, it's a passion. It's not there for business. It's a passion. I love the sport. I love MMA. I love fitness. I love working out. I like to just go there, see people speak, talk high and boom.
And it's also kind of, in a sense, cementing some sort of legacy as well for you, because when you're involved in that many people's upbringing, in a sense, because you also are. When it comes to, because I've done a lot of stuff with teaching in the past. And even a lot of the times where I wasn't getting paid good for it or whatever, I was kind of thinking that like, I'm putting something into these children's upbringing or these people's lives that's benefiting them. So you're kind of sprinkling a little bit of yourself into all of them. So many kids I
see from when I started, and like some of them are in politics or guys from the UFC now. But like a lot of them come from me, and it just spreads the word. And it's just like it's just one of those things, you know. It's just we're like that. If we can help, we can help. And I think the older generation, everyone, they all remember if they talk MMA, my name always pops up somehow. So it's just like, we put the stamp there forever. So it's good.
But that's the thing that's quite funny as well. I remember I looked up one of your fights, and you know the talk before the fight. Before you started speaking, I thought it was going to be so rowdy, so alpha, so I'm going to rip your neck off. You were just so nice to each other. Like the tones were so like, it's not going to be an easy fight for you.
Yeah, like
you're going to be, Merry Christmas. It's going to be
my first few fights. I didn't learn, and I was like throwing the guy in a weigh-in, and he pulled out on the day and kicking off, and we're like, and all the guys outside the weigh-in, like that, all my mates. And I was like, what am I doing? I forget all this shit. I'm learning that. The best way is you fight, win or lose, you shake hands.
You just show, If
there's someone's an idiot, then whatever. But it's what it is. And bro, I never used to even train for my fights. Like, if I had the knowledge I had now, and the training and the facilities, like I literally just turn up for fights. I just like didn't care, you know. And all the days, like in gyms, I used to beat up everyone. I used to be like the best. I train with the best pros. They're like, "What? Why did you like not show that under lights?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm walking to the ring going, you all right?" Like, I'm looking at my mate there. What's happening? You know what I mean? I'm like, "What am I doing? I'm not concentrating."
Watch this one. It's gonna be good. So I've been practicing something.
It's the wrong way. So it takes a lot to be at that level. Like I've seen guys who are superb in gyms get like.
But when it comes down to it,
or guys who are so shit in the gym but amazing on the night.
Because
no
they're
pressure,
listening.
don't care. So everyone's different, you know. But for every man, I think there's no better feeling than test your skills in a fight. It's just I can't explain it. And winning is the highest buzz on earth. Losing is the worst, but it makes you a man. And it's just a great experience. I believe if you want to ever experience it, it's just amazing.
And losing, when it comes to losing, do you feel the feeling is more of a gutted feeling, more of a...
It's more disappointing. It's like...
Yeah, disappointed in yourself as opposed to...
It's just...
Because there's no fear in losing. You lose, you lose, you don't.
I feel like those baseball coaches, you know, friends chewing gum.
It's better than, like those fucking Lebo chicks and just stuck it on the back of the couch.
Nah, look, listen, man, it was the worst because you're like, this guy, shit, I can smash him. I feel like a pussy, and like, it's embarrassing because I know, again, when you get older, you don't care, but like, when I look back, I'm like, man, it wouldn't even last 2 seconds with this guy. Like, it's just, but again, I was never full time, and I was fighting professional, high level professional. It's not like the kids have now. Like when they come to me, I've got condition coaches, cages, facilities. We never had that, bro. We're in a church hall, bringing the mats out, cleaning, shivering. One guy, you're the best you're beating up these kids. Who are you going to push you? Like one of my last fights, I had a Lebanese mate of mine holding pads to me like that. Like, the pads were there. I'm like, bro, the head's up. And I just run around myself in these matted area and go. I went to fight. Like that was my camp. I had to call my mate. Can you hold pads? He didn't know what he's doing. His name's Chad. Chad Majou from Berlin.
Chad probably still walks around like that anyway. Just
he was hard pads. I'm running around doing my own like little sprawls, and I went to a fight. I'm like, bro, I've got no training. But I didn't care. So it's all about preparation, bro. Like if you prepare for something, you can do it. You put in the work. So with my knowledge and I had the talent, I could have, with this kind of resources now, I would have got such a high level. Like I see guys in the UFC who I know in that level, regional. And internationally in London, I see or Bellator, and I'm thinking, bro, guys, I would like maul. And they get so it's just about work, and now it's all social media. If you're talking good smack, or you've got following, they'll sign you up.
Just like that, and it doesn't really matter about your whatever. Yeah,
if you can sell tickets as well, it used to be like a big thing for promoters to sell tickets, you know.
So, what do you think is? You're not gonna have any more fights, no?
Like maybe I'll do one with some podcast presenter called Jibber. I was fuck him up.
I'm ready, mate. I'm a fucking ninja.
It'll be a special weight category.
I was gonna say I'll man you, but then again,
you always get like sometimes you watch shows you watch, but listen, my priorities are different. Kids, I just don't.
You do a charity show.
I don't even watch MMA unless it's a real mega fight. I don't even care to watch it.
Did you see the knockout the other night?
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. Like I see stuff on social media next day. I don't watch it live, but amazing.
That was
probably one of the best knockouts I've ever seen.
They're saying that is probably.
It's like some Bruce Lee shit.
And not just that. Everyone's done that move before. Everyone. You've done that move before.
No, but that move...
You've done that to your brother in the bedroom.
Yeah, but the way he set up, it's like he's drilled that. The guy grabbed his leg. It's like he's drilled that, you can tell.
But what I'm saying is...
Taekwondo.
That's what I'm saying. In Taekwondo, that's a normal thing. But nobody in a real fight, or especially under the lights, is going to try and do that move.
Barboza did a similar spinning heel kick back to the head. You've seen... A lot of the body shots, they do that.
But a lot of them come, like, they hit the back, they extend too much their foot.
That kick's used a lot for the body shot. It's a really good reverse body kick.
You see his eyes as well.
That one, because the way he grabbed the leg.
And it was coming up.
He set it up from that. It was amazing.
So good, right?
And if it hit, and luckily he didn't hit a lot of the heel on the face. If it was a heel, it could have been much worse. Yeah, it could have
been much worse. And he got up pretty quick considering what happened.
Yeah, I mean, they were top athletes, but what a knockout, man. It was insane. It was like, wow.
You know, the smack alone as well, because it's different from a glove hit in the face. When it's skin on skin, the noise it made as well.
But also, it's fight island, there's no fans, so you hear it clear now. Everything's like, boom, you know? You wouldn't hear that if there was fans maybe as much, but it's just the effect. It was insane.
Too much, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
We should try and recreate it for the photo after this.
Yeah, I'll do it to you. And
I'll do it to you, bro. We'll get
him a ladder. Do you know what I mean? Let's get him a step ladder.
Bro, I'll get there. Don't worry, bro. I'm flexible as hell. I'll do the rest of the podcast with my legs up there, bro. We'll do it. So what happened how did you get into the whole acting thing?
Acting was just...
You say acting, I heard the voice, and I don't know whose fucking voice that was. But
that was like some sexy Aussie accent, like, you know what I'm saying? But Paul Dundee.
That wasn't your voice though, right?
Nah, because you see, they dubbed it for the Chinese market and stuff, you know? So a casting agency called Mixed Fame reached out to my gym saying, look, we need some extras for martial arts movies. So I said, those are little fighters. You never know, have a fight scene. And then the woman kept messaging my girl saying, my assistant saying, look, there's a role and the owner, Tam Khan, suits it, because they knew me from before. And it's in city here, 1 in 3 probably know me in that kind of industry, like social circles, you know, so from work. And I said this, I'm like, nah, I don't know, I've never acted, forget that shit. Probably an extra crap role anyway, just standing there. Like then again and again, someone said, no, another guy who was there called me, goes, look, the role looks kind of good. It's like a bit of a role when people come in, they look shit. They look like they don't suit you. So I drove. It was an old cost somewhere. The casting. I'm looking for a window. Everyone's standing there with paper, acting. I'm like, fuck this. So I just got to come and do it. I called my ass. I'm listening. I'm going. He goes, just do it. He goes, oh shit, go in there, do it. Let's have a laugh. I went. I walked in, I did it, and I just cracked it. The guy Casey liked me.
Because you get paid when you talk.
Yeah, they just loved the way I did it in the mannerisms, and basically what it was the role I was playing was me.
Yeah.
A sociopath, womanizer, psychopath. I'm like, fucking all right.
You wrote it for me.
I just play myself. Do you know what I mean? It was like
you went in and you're like, I'm Tam Khan. She was like, do you want a drink? You're like, fuck off. She was like, it's perfect.
And the rest was history. And then they said you got the role, and I was like, whoa. So I went to met the director and the fitting, and the first set. Then they give me a script for the first day. Every day they send you a script for the next day. I'm reading it. I'm like, I fucking can't remember any of this. But then I remembered it, and I got there. And literally hundreds of cameras. The production was insane. I've been on commercials and done shit, TV shows and stuff like that.
I mean,
this was,
you've been here, man. You can see this shit. It's amazing.
This is like amazing, Bollywood 1965. But that was mad, man. It was like, whoa. And then I'm like, oh, I lost the words and this and that. I was like, but I just got into it and I just loved it. It was one amazing experience. Like, I didn't realize the effort what goes into a movie.
Yeah, a lot.
One scene, 25 different angles and this and that and lighting and check and standing, and I did my own look-alike stuntman. It was just mad. It was just there's a Chinese guy with a fake beard and a shaved head, like half my size, and like I just saw him in my outfit, and he was doing some of the stunts. I was like, whoa, that's mad. I got my own stuntman, sick.
And it's quite a big role.
I mean, it's a support role. All the Dubai part of the movie, I'm in majority of it, the main bad guy. So it was, for a first time ever, I thought it'd be a few minutes to cut out, and everyone who saw it said, man, you had quite a role in it, like, for a first time, you've done a good job. And I've had all people who've seen it, and I'm not an actor, nothing, but I said, like, it was better than they thought. So it was good. But, like, for fights, you do a lot of promos, get up and, like, the cameraman. So we know how to play like that in WWE. I know. Like, so I thought with natural knack. And from there, I got some offers and a lot of things, but Corona's kind of stalled it. But when it gets out in the US and UK, then hopefully...
Because that's the thing. When you talk, you get paid in movies. When you don't talk... You ain't getting nothing.
Or you have to have, I think, charisma, presence, like, like.
No, but I just mean in general. Once you get a script, then you know it's worth doing.
Yeah.
Because you ain't get paid shit. If you notice other movies, you see the people in the background and they look like they're having the most interesting conversation, but they don't actually say anything.
I thought they said there's a script, and you'd be like, yes, that way.
Yeah.
And that was it. Or like in Friends, Joey, there I am.
Yeah.
There I am.
Yeah.
I thought it'll be one of them. There I am. Did you see me? Joey, when he used to say this in the movie, and it's just his butt.
Yeah.
I thought it's going to be one of them, like Joey scenes, like, I was laughing to my family. You won't see me, but there I am. But it was mad experience. And
is that something that you're going to get into now if they start coming?
Yeah, if the things suit me and it's nothing.
Of course, it's going to suit you. You're going to be a thug in every movie. You're not going to be a leading man.
I want to speak to Ashley Waters, and tell him I want to be in the new Top Boy series. Exactly. I do it for free. I don't need money. Yeah. You need a Muslim gangster because London's changed and let me be. Call me Aki. I've got the whole set. I thought about the whole idea.
But that's the thing. We don't have any superheroes and we don't have any of that kind of. You need a little bearded Marvel. No, man, you need a desert man who can control the weather and control the sands. And
I think
a couple of camels will run on his command.
If you look at all the reality shows and the TV shows and the Netflix, like Top Boy, like if you see Muslim criminals or Muslim crime, we're everywhere now. So everything should input it as well. If you want to be real, you have. But Top Boy, I love that series. I want to be in the new series. That's my goal.
Ashley, I know Ashley very well. Yeah. Ash, I'll give you a call later and we'll talk about it.
Get me on Top Boy. I don't need to get paid. Just make a character. I'll give you the idea and tell me if you like it.
He does want to get paid. Let me get some money out of it, bro.
Nah, that's so good.
He does want to get paid, but not a lot, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, 6 figures is all right.
We'll hook it up, bro. Man.
In Turkish lira.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just pay you in dumplings, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So from now, where are you going from now? Where do you see yourself going? Do you see yourself going more into a coaching kind of thing?
No, I don't coach. I've got an app now, my Celeb PT. I do online coaching because I get daily 6 to 10 messages daily. How do I get that? I want a 6-pack. I want to look like Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee. I want to be a UFC champion. Like, how do I get that? How do I get my traps like that? All the time.
Start training.
Yeah. And so I've made an app which caters for every demographic. If you've got a gym, if you haven't got a gym, home workouts, gym workouts, bulking, thinning up, cardio. I've looked at everything, diets, and that's out now. My Celeb PT. So that's been successful. Because a movie was released this last week, I had a lot of media things for that, so I haven't pushed the app as much, which I will start this week. And that's that. The gym's just going from strength to strength. Eventually, I'm gonna look for another branch.
So you're definitely looking to, would it be in Dubai or would it be kind of UAE based?
A lot of people, I'd like to do a UK, so always want to do one in London. More roles, and I'd like to get more in acting. But for me, priority is my kids now. Like, I've got kids, so just put
Dude, I remember telling you that. I mean, I knew of you, but didn't know you. I can't remember how. I saw your face somewhere. So I was in the mall, and I see you walking in. And I had my twins before then. Yeah. So I'd been through those sleepless nights and all that stuff. And I remember seeing you in the lift and looking at your face. And I think it was you, your wife, and the kids. And I just felt so bad, bro.
What mall was it?
Mall of Emirates.
Okay, yeah, I hate Mall of Emirates.
And I remember just thinking, he's going through exactly the shit that I was going through.
I'm not going to play a sorry game here. My wife does all that, yeah. I literally sleep in my own room so bad.
No
I am
way.
such an old school alpha male. I literally don't even change a nappy. I've done 2.
What is wrong with you? They're your kids, mate.
No, I love them. I do anything, but I'm like, yeah, like, you're the wife, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, literally sleeps with her. It's like, because they love to sleep in the bed as well. So I'm like that otherwise. Like, because by the end of the night, they're all in the bed. Yeah. And I'm like, I move a lot, and I don't want to hit them. Yeah. So no, I'm hands on. I do everything. They run to me. I take them anywhere, whatever they want. Yeah. We've done so much. For their first year,
you got that? You want that car? You do the nappy?
No. Like she's hands on. Because I'll mess up the nappy. He'll be upside down. There'll be shit hanging out. So like one of them, like I was telling nappy, peed on me. I was like, oh man. But it's funny. I'm OCD. I hate that stuff. But with them, I don't care what they do. Like literally, I'm like American Psycho. I'm in my house with hair. Yeah. Them, they can do what they want. I don't care. Like for me, it's the best. So like I'll be at somewhere, I'll be on my phone looking at their pictures on the gym or out, and I just miss them all the time. I was supposed to be at UFC Fight Island for one of my old students. Quarantined there for 2 weeks, and I literally didn't want to do it because I'm like, yeah, I'm busy. Yeah, dude, I can't do it, bro. Like for me, I can't imagine
a world without them, man.
Right, nothing beats it. So everyone watching, just have kids, bro. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Even if you don't want the woman, just like have kids.
Figure that out later.
Figure
it out
kids
after,
is the best thing on earth, and like, alhamdulillah, like I just want so many, and also girls, bro. Like, there's that it's attachment. I've always wanted boys as well because I want to train him in.
Yeah.
But I'm scared to have a boy because mine will be like a little psycho.
I was ready. So my eldest is 19 now. He's a boy.
You've got a 19-year-old kid?
Yeah, bro.
No way.
I was so athletic as a youngster.
And you same missus?
Dude, I was no. I was married when I was 19.
Okay, I've been married before.
Yeah.
So there's loads of stuff. Like I'm still technically married, I think, officially.
Yeah,
and
I think
Taliban want to kill me.
Do you know? It's kind of funny you say that because I don't think her tearing up the paper means we're actually officially divorced yet.
No, but it was like a Muslim marriage. Yeah. And after 6 months of local, officially scholars say, but I don't know, I might get shot soon, so you know who it is, my ex-wife's family, but
that's it.
Married once before, never had a kid, nothing.
Yeah.
Married again. As soon as I got married, I got kids within a few months, but no, I've got no 19-year-olds I know of.
I wanted that
stuff for a lot, I'm joking. I never did nothing before marriage.
No drinking,
pray,
no alcohol.
be a good Muslim.
No
sex before marriage, get married, that's it. To all the kids, I'm serious. Like,
but I was the same. I was ready now for girls. So I wanted that daddy's girl kind of thing now. So, and they told us it was girls.
So your oldest is a boy or a girl?
21 weeks, it's a boy.
Yeah. You know what they say? Like, all alphas have girls and all gammas have boys.
Shut up,
I'm telling you, every guy, all my mates, I've got another Lebo mate, Ali Mokhtar, he's my good friend. He's got 2 boys. And he's the biggest, like, he's a pussy. I love him. And all my mates who are like, they're like proper K1 champs, fighters, all of us had girls, but I was like, yeah, I'm happy. But now, I swear to God, bro. I fucking love it. Like,
I wish I had girls now.
One thing, they haven't got a willy, so it won't piss as much, you know? Like when I was a kid, it's not as messy, innit? My mates tell me they're like...
Boys, mine do that as well. Yeah. They sit on the toilet bowl and it just goes out.
When the girls is controlled, and like, they're just so loving, man. I'm not sure, like, but like, I'm so tacky, I ain't got a clue. I buy them fairy. I'm like, buy that. My missus goes, what are you wearing? I'm like, buy them the fairy dresses and the little ones. She goes, no, like, let's... Like, I just love it. And it's just amazing. But yeah, like, for me, boy or girl, whatever, like, kids are kids. This is the best. And it's just the best.
But I was annoyed because they told us it was girls up to 21 weeks. So I did a baby reveal. Dude.
Everything is seen as a girl first. I read that.
I know, but what I'm saying is I had done a baby reveal. I got it in my head, like I'm going to have my girls and blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, do you know what the sex is? I was like, yeah, girls. She was like, who told you that? I was like, you. And she goes, nah, it's boys. Girls don't have these. Yeah. And I was like, oh, right. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me at all.
They got mixed up with the daddy. We don't know if he's a boy or a girl to this day. He was circumcised a bit too much.
Now that you're saying that, it kind of makes me think, though, because I hope that this podcast has gone well, because I know that they say that you should never meet your heroes because it will be a disappointment. But I really hope that I've kind of stood up to.
I'm still waiting for my hero.
How you looked up to me.
You
this
told
whole
me,
time,
come here. Khabib's going to be sitting here today. I've turned up to this fucking
Khabib's
shit.
coming on Wednesday, bro. He's coming on Wednesday.
There's no roses. There's no food. I'm sitting here thinking like, where am I?
Benga, where are the roses?
Where's my fresh trailer, man?
Like, I'm a Hollywood star, bro. He's telling me alpha
like,
male and he wants roses and petals.
I'm just trying to say that. I want some like, I want the body temperature like.
That couch, if you lift up, Benga, can we get some water, please? Thank you.
They look like some dodgy companies. Is this a casting couch, bro, from those old Ron Jeremy movies? It is a casting couch. So it smells like one.
Get to the point now that that we're getting to.
This is a couch you sat on your wedding on stage, isn't it?
Why are you wearing a t-shirt? You're wearing a t-shirt. Can we get the t-shirt off for the shop, please? Get the oil, please.
Shout out to Twins Lifestyle. One of like old sponsors. Sent me some new stuff over, and I like why I like Twins because I've got twins now.
Oh shit!
So everyone's going to me like your brand. I'm like, no.
I didn't put two and two together. Actually,
it's actually a good brand. Twins is a good brand.
I have heard of them before.
Yeah,
actually, I want a few caps.
I'll get you some. Yeah. I swear to you, I don't push nothing if I don't like it. Everything they do is good quality. I tell you, you have to iron it. You know me, I hate creases and stuff.
I don't iron really stuff. My abs just kind of shred it all out, and it just gets ironed by itself.
Mine gets stuck in my gut, but when you got two Kalashnikovs, it's all cool. You know what I mean? It's all good.
PP,
women like the base.
PP7s, mate, the smallest guns in the world, but one shot will kill you.
Catapults, Bart Simpson.
Do you remember those, bro? We had, what were they called? Damn, what were they called? We used to have those.
You were rollerblading, bro. We were different kind of guys, man.
Were they called Desert Eagles?
Nah, Desert Eagles I have.
No, not those ones. There was a type of catapult, and I remember it was a slingshot, and it had.
I don't think my dad or mum would have let me. I think because I'd have just broke everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything around the house and stuff. Yeah.
Man, that's nuts. So tell me, what happens when you die, bro?
Well, only God knows, but thank you.
Is it something?
Get the car engine running, bro. I'm joking. Get the Bentley ready. I'm joking. My foot.
He came in an Afghani horse and cart. I don't know why he's front.
I come in a Hilux, bro, sit in the back with an Aswa. No, what do you mean? I mean, there's
is it something that you think about? Is it something that...
Yeah, I'm a Muslim. Listen, I'm a proud Muslim. I'm staunch. I watch a lot. I read a lot. I follow a brother called Shamsi on YouTube. Check him out. The US Dawah. For me, he's like...
Do that after you subscribe to me.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Yeah, and I was watching his stuff, and I like to watch his debates. But listen, I believe we're here for a reason, to worship God, the Creator. We believe or not, there's a reason we're here. There's a Creator, and you have to establish what the Creator's got you here for. To work in an office, to do MMA. No, like there's a reason. Something's made everything. You know. So when you establish that, which we have, like it's to be a Muslim, like the Holy Quran was the last of miracles. Like there's people in the book, Jews and Christians, we all respect, but which was tampered with over time. So the Quran was the final revelation, and it's got all the information you need of and what answers. Your purposes, answers there, and the Quran and Sunnah. And I believe we're here for a test to obey God, like you obey your mum because she gave you birth. What about the thing that created all of us? Why don't we show even 20 minutes a day of prayers? No one does, you know.
See, this is the thing that I talk to people about, which I find funny. I got friends of mine who call themselves religious, and not just in Islam or whatever. And I got friends of mine who aren't religious and don't believe in religion, but believe in heaven and hell. So I say to them, well, how does that make sense that you believe you're going to heaven when heaven, if you want to say, is a religious construct? We learn about heaven and hell from religion. So you don't want to follow what the people who told you about these things that you would never have known about before, but you want to accept that as your destination.
Well,
it's very strange.
You get some Christians who say, everyone's going to heaven, God's all loving. But okay, what about Hitler? What about a paedophile? How is he going to heaven? You're telling me, so we're on this earth, you can do what you want and you're going to go to heaven. Come on, like,
I just don't get it. People don't want to attach themselves to that thing.
No, they think it's over. Listen, God's the most merciful and the punisher, and that's the good thing. You should be punished for bad sins.
But do you ever think about death specifically? Is the point I want to get across?
No, I don't want to listen. As all Muslims, we don't fear death, but we do. It's not lying. When you're about to die, you're going to shit yourself. Like, as a Muslim, we shouldn't. But why? Because I want to see my kids grow. Yeah. My fear is to die while they're young, but at the same time, be remembered as a good message, and inshallah, like, do what I can to put them on their feet now. Because, bro, I could die sitting here, I could die walking out there. Tomorrow never comes. You don't know, so you should always be prepared. You should always pray, and remember, never forget your prayer and that stuff, because you never know where your time. And God's going to question us. What did you do? Okay, you done a movie. Wow, you did a gym. Like, what did you do for me? Who made everything possible? All these things, giving me kids was from God. Like all the prayers, because I never had kids before. I thought I always want kids. I want them so bad. The previous marriage, I don't know if she could have. I don't know. We never had them. And then And then twins, like a blessing. Like people were thinking I did IVF, like because it was.
People still ask me that as well.
Yeah,
like.
I know. I swear to you, it was God. It was from prayer, and it was. I remember Ramadan. My wife reverted, and I swear, Allah, when you take one step to God, He gives you three back. And it's just like people don't believe me. And every success I've come from is from God. Everything. And the bad times are when I'm just straying, when I'm being lazy, I'm not praying. So yeah, like I never touch alcohol. I don't do I will never steal. I don't touch drugs. I'll never get involved with things like that. But laziness is a sin too, you know, you can't get out of the bed 4 a.m, but everyone wakes up to play Fajr. But you wake up to watch a Tyson UFC fight. I feel like, what am I doing? I'm getting up to watch a Khabib fight, but why can't I get up to play Fajr, you know? It's haram, bro. So I truly believe Islam, like without Islam, I'd be lost. Like, alhamdulillah for Islam. I always say it is the reason for everything, and it makes me strong in everything I do. Beliefs, there's whatever's going to be, it's going to be. Like, you could do this, that. You could be a billionaire tomorrow, you could but everything's
nothing's
set.
going with you, bro.
It's all set. What's going to be, so don't stress. Just do what you can and work. But dua can change everything. So I want my kids raised Muslim queens. I want them to know how to act. And that's the main thing. My sister, like my mum, we're raised in a Western society. No Muslims in this area. But she wore hijab herself. My mum doesn't, but from her choice at like 15 or 14 years old. So it shows. It's just upbringing is important. You don't pressure. Just tell them what the real facts of Islam are. You know, like if people have got no ego, arrogance, and really study every religion, you study Islam, you're going to revert because the facts are there. I could debate with anyone about it. Like the facts, the things that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said would happen, and now it's happening. Like, how would you know that? You know, the miracle of the Quran. So what things in the Quran say in some surahs about
about how the baby forms and
the embryo, how it designed, everything, bro. How would you know that 1400 years ago, 1500 years ago? Impossible. So it's amazing. So alhamdulillah, like without Islam, I'm nothing, bro. We are nothing anyway, all of us, but and all my closest friends are in the same boat. So that's like, it's a respect thing. And
because we are I don't think a lot of people realize how insignificant we are.
But nothing, bro. Listen,
and how unremembered you'll be, and how these people, they have egos, like, and you think you're like the man, the thing, and it's like, mate, no one's gonna remember you in 100 years, man.
100 years, all right.
50 years or 30 years.
Unless
for most
you're Michael
people.
Jackson, but who's that? That's a one. Even then, he's dead. Like tomorrow, Saturday, okay. So like, few Facebook. I'll have 2 weeks of. Here was this pictures, a few music memorial. Here's a great guy. A few selfies every year. The anniversary. Missing you, bro. It's been a year.
But won't think about you for the whole year.
You're done. Bro. Yeah, gone. Your family or stuff, I miss you, but Islam is strength. There's another world out there. There's the afterlife, heaven, inshallah. So that's the goal. Get there, and then you have everything you want for the rest of your life. So that's the goal. And like in Islam, it says if you raise your daughters well, in a certain way, and they respect you, the gardens of heaven are open for you. So there's always chances. Every mistake you make, God gives you a chance. Do this, give the charity, do that to get away from your sins. So it's amazing. Like, and I swear I'll be lost when I see people who are atheists, and I don't understand it. I don't understand how.
And another thing is, like, I fear death, and not in a sense. It's more of a sadness than a fear, because of my kids and wanting to see them grow and wanting to teach them and stuff like that. I don't fear it in the way of the dunya and I've got so much more to do. Like, that's not it. And I think there's something after. Imagine 100%. For those who don't think there's something after. Like, what must go through their heads when they think it's lights out, it's done, you're just gonna rot and there's nothing else there. That must be the scariest fucking thought in the world.
It's like these celebs you get, okay? Like actors or rappers or singers, all the money in the world, every woman they've got, cars, they've got everything, and they commit suicide. Why? They've got things you all die for because their life's empty. What do they do next? They sleep with horses. They fucking stick crucifixes in their asshole. They fucking do cocaine on they do such fucked up shit because they've done it all. I feel sorry for them in a way. They lost. They got nothing left, and they've got no
bearings, nothing.
Yeah, they need God, and like they don't see it, and they just end up killing themselves. They don't know what they're doing because they get depressed.
Yeah,
that's why you need it. You need that belief system and to get into it to see what's the purpose. And like, I mean, like I don't fear death in that way, but like I miss them. But then again, that's my weakness in Islam because it's temporary. and you should see the bigger picture. You should embrace it. So be confident. So
but as humans, as much as you like to embrace it and you believe and you have faith, we are still connected to our family. We're connected,
but we've got weaker with the society, with the movies. Like, bro, like I'm such a stone cold. Like, no one's me kind of like hugging. I'm very like like this. Only my kids, I'm like that. But like, bro, I'm watching movies now, like Marley, like some soft. I'm like, this is a bit sad. Change the channel. Bro, I've turned to a pussy, bro. Like,
I'm the same, bro.
Like, I can't
we
watch,
probably know all the same songs, bro.
I
all
can't
the Paw
watch
Patrol
movies.
songs.
Like, I can watch a video of my kids, and you want to cry because you're like smiling. You're like, man, whatever happened to me? I was never like that, bro. I was like a Stone Cold Drago character before.
It's the same thing as well. When I remember watching and we were talking about Khabib. There was an interview, and they were like, "Oh, are you not upset that you're missing your baby being born?" He was like, "Why I need to be there?"
Yeah. Like, one of my closest friends, like, I was he goes, "Why are you in the hospital still?" I just have kids. Bro, come, let's go. He goes, "I went 10 minutes to see my kid born." I went, "Bro, he's like that. He's like a man." I started laughing, but he's like the best dad. But it's just, he was making fun of me. I said, "Bro, you can make fun of me.
I'm
the same,
staying bro.
Here.
I delivered my kids, bro. That's how deep it is."
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit. Like my mates, I don't want to. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it's your wife. I said, look, I'm like, give the kid after. Bro. Then I did a Van in their ears and stuff and all that. But yeah, it's cool. Like, honestly, I'm not. I said, you're not like, pictures, you don't hold hands. And I'm like, but you know me, I'm old school. I'm not like that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not even my mum goes, come here, give me a kiss, hug. I'm like, my kids, I am. I'm just the way I am. Like, it's just.
But with your kids, you are, right?
Like, kids, I'm soft.
Yeah, they're going to soften. They're going to soften.
Kids are kids. I'll do whatever. I mean, I don't give a shit if they say I'll do it. But, like I said, I'm going to put them in burqas and say it's a 16 and just lock them in Saudi in some cave. No man's going to come. I trained for them now. Like,
it's like the Cinderella
story. I'm going to keep my tools sharp for some idiots who try and approach them because I'm going to kill them. Like, that's my only worry in life is.
But you got that already. You got that look, bro.
No, but you're going to get older, bro.
That
like,
people will know you.
I've got this insecurity. Like, society's so dirty. Like, social media. God forbid, my biggest fear is for them to go off the pot. That's my fear in life. That's it. So I need to. I've got a brother who's tough. I've got my other brothers here, so I'm gonna train my little army. I'm gonna hire people.
It's a bit messed up now, bro.
It's the devil, bro. I tell you, the day women listen, women in society are not like the old days, like our mums. They're all. It's hard to find good women. I've got mates who are single because of Mark Zuckerberg. I blame him. Mark Zuckerberg fucks ladies up because
they don't understand.
No, you have a fight with. Listen, you have a fight with a woman back in the day. You're dating her or whatever.
Yeah.
She's upset. She listened to like Mariah Carey and Celine Dion and cry by a pillow and really miss you. Nah, bro, some fucking monkey's poking her. With an 8-pack, and she's like, no, just my boyfriend, and that's it. Boom, she's meeting, bro. You can't. Mark Zuckerberg is a devil, bro.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't think these girls are understanding the psychology of it behind it all. Because I have friends that I've had to speak to, and I said,
they know, bro.
I've said, listen, no.
There's no such thing as a male friend, by the way.
No
such thing. Any girl's got a male friend, if he's not gay,
but I've said stuff like, you don't realize that for the last couple of years, you haven't posted in your story a real picture of yourself. It's always been some filter or some eye thing or some glitter or something that psychologically, they don't even put their real self out anymore. They don't.
Bro, I can tell.
I've seen people who don't even look like the same person.
I'm in that circle, of these Instagram models and like famous.
And you see them in real life, and you're like, who are you?
They look like me.
Like,
look, they've got noses. Like, they look like me, bro. Like, imagine me with a wig. I'm like, what? That ain't you. Like, even these guys who are the fitness influencers, like, they're not like that, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say names, who are famous.
No, of course.
I met them in these expos. I'm like, what?
Who are you?
Yeah, I swear, it's all bullshit, bro. Like, so people shouldn't get insecure watching and going, I need to look like that. It's all fake, bro. All the posts I do is the best lighting after a tense. See me normal, bro. I got bitch tits, bro. I don't give a shit. Like, don't let that. It's fake. It's all fake.
But the problem with it is as well is that a lot of people don't think like us, don't know like us, and they haven't been in the industry long enough to know all these people, what they really look like.
That's why you need more influencers.
And they start paying them. They start paying them to do online trainings for them, and they start paying them to do, this kind of stuff, and they're not realizing that this person is, they've got. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. When I had all these sponsors and that, I'd do the same thing. I'd get super shredded. I'd get to like 5% body fat, and I'd take 400 pics, all in different clothes, and post them for the next 6 months. And then not have to worry about it.
Bro, so much content I've been posting, I feel like I'm lying. I feel like, nah, it's just obvious. But the thing is, like, I'm going to get into this more, like some vlogs, because it's all fake. And I call people on it. It's like, man, like, don't give me that shit.
It's really bad.
Bollocks. Like, it's all you girls, like...
Dude, you know that there's people who do courses now. They sell courses to girls to teach them how to stand by turning the knee, putting the booty out to the left, up it right, arch your back. so they can make themselves look better in pictures.
Yeah, but it's like,
and they're
bro,
selling
it's
it.
like, and it's OnlyFans.com. Everyone's just a prostitute. Everyone
Dude,
wants to be a hooker now,
OnlyFans is weird, bro.
It's prostitution.
I don't get that, bro.
Anyone who does OnlyFans, you're a hoe. Okay?
I don't understand it.
You're
now.
a prostitute because what's the difference between a prostitute and selling your body online and someone's not touching you? It's the same shit.
Dude, what I don't understand is, and I struggle to think if, has it always been like this? But I don't believe anywhere in my history of growing up did we have that kind of access to seeing that much of a girl's body.
People looking up to the Kardashians and there's no Dianas and there's no.
But they're all showing so much of their body, dude. So much. Like I see so many, like things come past where every picture on their thing is them in a bikini or in underwear and whatever.
In a thong with a quote from Gandhi.
Yeah.
Or like Dalai Lama, the winter in the fucking flowers, and she's like,
yeah, exactly.
Thong out. Like, what's that got to do with the quote?
That's what I'm saying. It got to the point that after a while, like I cancelled my personal Instagram because it was very fitness related. It was very like, look at my abs from the left, look at them from the right. You see my back in this
my Instagram is so fucking random.
And then I was like, I can't do this anymore because every time I went to post a picture, I actually didn't know what to write because there was nothing worth writing for the picture. Do you know what I mean?
I did one the other day. Like, I think I posted one saying something like...
there was nothing worth writing because it's a bullshit picture.
I wrote one the other day. It was like a picture of me just sitting there. And I wrote... I was going to write a deep caption or quote, but let's be honest, all I'm doing is sitting on a cage trying to look cool. I'm not Mandela or Ali. I'm just an average guy with a small following, so I don't want to come across like those chick who shows ass and breasts, then quote Dalai Lama is cringe. So let's be honest and say, here's my pic, give me a like and comment, feed my ego, thanks, bye.
Exactly, but that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what I posted.
And that's exactly what it is. Because it got to the point where I started reading some of my posts. And I was like, what the fuck has this got to do with look after your mental health and be strong and blah, blah, blah,
rubbish, blah.
Bro. And it was like, I was like, nah, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not doing it anymore. I just wiped the whole Instagram.
No, but if people, more influencers need to be real exposed this, they'll get good followings. Like, if you're a good actor, an athlete, I like following them. I like to follow like actors I like or
podcasts.
Athlete, yeah.
Podcasts.
Yeah. Joe Rogan, yeah. Joe Rogan by day, podcast by night.
Yeah.
Yeah, like shit like that.
Podcasts.
Who are doing stuff, yeah, like podcasts.
Boring.
Yeah, give me that money after.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
But people are doing something, yeah, like fashion design, whatever. Someone who's doing something. But
that's it.
If you're just known, you've got a stupid blue tick, which means shit. A following for showing art. Who are you? Like, what have you done?
Bro,
like, and people give motivational speeches. This is a new thing.
Everyone's a motivational speaker, bro.
What? All right. If you're Warren Buffett, I want to listen to you. Yeah? Al Pacino, I want to listen. Like fucking Jay-Z, even Kanye, I can't. But I'll listen. Donald Trump, I'll listen to. I don't want to listen to some guy who just give me advice. All right, but bro, you're not rich, you're not successful. Why you? Yeah, but I've studied this, bro. Get the fuck out of my face. Bro, like, I can listen to myself. I'm nothing. I will never give motivational speech. I've done for me. I've done nothing. So who am I going to advise? Like some banker? Like what?
Yeah. Dude, I'm the same. I follow so many, like so little people, and I'd say 90% of them are people I know personally. Yeah. And then the other couple are just because I enjoy the posts that they put.
Right, let me tell you why I unfollow so many, because this explore page, I just saw tits and ass there. I was like, what is this? And someone's following it and it's annoying me. I had to really sift down. I don't want to see shit what annoys me.
Bro,
I see fake trainers, I see people in towns I know. I'm like, bro, I can't stand the guy. I don't want to see certain faces.
Dude, they're so smart. So what happened to me is I noticed I was spending too much time on Instagram. So there's an option on there where you can limit your time. Okay. And it will tell you, spend 15 minutes, mate, that's it for the day, kind of thing. And when you follow just like 100 people, after about 5-6 scrolls, it's done. You've seen everything that you had to see today. Now what they've done is they've added another one. Yeah. So once you've finished everyone you're following, just hear some randoms. Start seeing what they're doing to even keep you on longer. And I was like, oh fuck this, mate. They're just
half the time, bro, I'll do a post. I don't read the comments. I like Twitter. I like Twitter. Just gets a lot of the fight coverage is quite on the spot. Like you see fighters call each other out. You get the news quicker there. And I do that for that. I follow like fighters, Tyson Fury and boxing news just to see what's the latest negotiations. Facebook is for the friends from school days and family members around the world. And it's me, I've wanted to delete it about 20 times, but I keep it for my brand, for the gym.
Yeah, you got to keep it for that.
But I'm on the verge. It's just good. Bro, sometimes it's once a month I post maybe. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't stand it.
Dude, I'm the same. The only thing, I just opened the podcast one up, and that's the only one I'm going to have. I'm not even going to have a personal one.
Keep it business. But for mine, it coincides with my brand, so I have to push myself for the TK. But once it's eventually got to a certain level, then just pull away. You know what I mean?
So growing up, who was your favorite apart from Tyson? Who was your favorite? Who did you enjoy watching boxing?
Obviously, who I watched or who I knew. My hero of all time is Ali. I never obviously saw him live, but for my parents and my watch videos, he's just Ali. There was one of a kind, but Tyson was our hero.
Did you ever get into the Hagler and Haynes and Hearns?
I weren't so into that. Roy Jones Jr. I loved Prince Nazim Hamid.
Love Prince Nazim,
because he was like a Muslim and stuff. But I also loved MMA, so I was into Eric Morales, Roy Jones, Eric Morales. I loved what's his name? Mayweather. Mayweather. Always a fan of Mayweather. Yeah, Kawasaki I liked.
No, I'm a Pacquiao fan.
Floyd Mayweather all day long.
You can stay with Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather for me is I've been out with him many times. I've hung out with him.
You cannot deny Pacquiao, bro. You cannot. If you want to talk about
Pacquiao's
boxing, you cannot deny him, bro.
Yeah, but he was not Mayweather, bro. Huh? Like he lost. How many times he been beat? How many times he been knocked out?
How many times he took a fight that people wanted to watch?
It's not because he had the country behind him. That's all. Mayweather made him look like a sparring session, bro. You can't compare. Floyd Mayweather's been more world champions.
Floyd Mayweather's run away from you for an hour.
Mayweather's been but he picked him apart. Look at Pacquiao's face. Look at Mayweather's not a touch. Yeah, that's boxing.
Look at the points.
The art is getting hit without getting hit. Like, let's look at this. If you do a CT scan of Pacquiao Mayweather, you'll see the difference, bro. It's not that Marquez knockout was scary.
Yeah, that was not
faceplant. Mayweather, bro, still like looks the part. He made boxing. After Tyson went, who made the sport of boxing big? Mayweather. There was no heavyweights.
Come on, mate. We had Frank Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. Like Klitschko's ruined it. Yeah. Frank Bruno actually gave us a presentation ceremony when we were
in
younger.
our school. He came to our school. Yeah,
he's a
skipping with him as well.
He's a legend, bro. I love Bruno because what he's gone through and stuff. But Eubank Ben days I remember. But Mayweather for me, it's like the greatest, one of the greatest ever boxers. Tyson Fury, I love.
I like Fury as well.
Fury's the man. I like watching Canelo, Golovkin. I like these Lomachenko and that. But I'm more MMA. Like past the big fights, MMA for me. Since T.O.T, Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture, Fedor.
Fedor was a strange one.
I brought him to Dubai too.
Because Fedor,
I know Fedor really well. I brought him to
the part.
I brought him to Dubai. He's one of the greatest. I know him really well and all these guys. But
it's war now. You, me, it's war now.
For me, MMA is another level, bro. Because they put the fights you want.
Where do you think the future here is in MMA? Do you think we're ever going to get back to the whole having crowds and stuff like that? Or
the world's it's not going to stay like this forever. But I think it'll be at least a year. But I think we'll get some athletes from here, a homegrown Emirati one day in UFC.
There's one now, right? What's his name?
Muhammad Yahya.
Yeah.
He's in Bellator. He signed to. He's my student, but I think he might be one of the first, maybe inshallah, to get there. Other up and coming kids, and the sport's going to grow. I think crowds and that UFC they're pioneering sport right now. They're the only show.
They're still going like this.
Still going strong, and they've got huge cards. So that Dana White's a boss, proper leader. Boxing's dying out. Like. The people behind it are just too old. They've got no clue, you know. They don't put on the fights people want to see. But I'm hearing rumorville that AJ and Fury's been signed for Saudi.
They're saying April. That, Is that a fight you want to watch?
Yeah, it's massive.
More so than the
I wish
rematch,
it was a stadium fight in UK, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think it should be in the UK.
I like AJ too. I respect him. I think he's great for the sport. He's a good guy. Got mutual friends.
He's still very green though. He's got a long way ahead of him.
I mean, he's very what he's achieved and the stuff he's done in the ring is amazing. Like people hate on him too much, but Fury for me is just too talented. I think Fury could have beat any heavyweight in the modern era.
He's very adaptable.
I think Fury could have beat anyone. People don't want to say it because we love our classics, but if you see his build and his size and how he moves, everyone in the history of heavyweight boxing would have had problem with Fury. Trust me.
Because he's so flexible and because he's so adaptable and he can change so quickly
quick
as
how
well.
he moves at 6'9", bro.
Because you don't think about it.
That would have been that size to Mike Tyson. So everyone goes, Mike Tyson killed him. No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I love Tyson. He would have killed him.
Mike Tyson would have bit his ribs.
No, bro, Fury, it would have been quite embarrassing. And I love Tyson.
Yeah.
If you re-stylics, you match it up. Mike Tyson, Fury would have been a worst fight for anyone to take. The closest fight, I think, the best fight for him would have been Lennox Lewis in speak. That kind of fight.
Yeah.
But really, people don't acknowledge it because it's modern day. The heavyweight division is not good. No. You've got to study the guy. The guy is that good, man. Tyson Fury is that fucking good. Literally, if you study boxing, you study art and you watch everything. That guy.
I love Fury from beginning.
I love how he talks.
From the days where he had hair till now.
Bro, I love his old interviews for the Klitschko build up, the Tony Bellew, the David Price talk shit. Like, bro, he's calmed down now because he's a superstar. But man, he's so raw. I love him, and I love the way he's open to all races.
How long do you reckon they got left?
Fury? I think Fury, he'll beat, if he beats AJ.
3-4 more?
Yeah, I think he'll quit. But I don't know what he's going to do after because he gets depressed, he says so.
Yeah.
But he could be the greatest ever if he does this. Not Ali, because Ali's outside the ring, but if Fury clears up Joshua, maybe Wilder again and whoever, make a super fight for maybe Usyk.
He will have the most...
no, but it'll just be the greatest record ever.
Yeah.
It'll be like, wow, what an achievement, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, that's crazy to see. I'd like to see... I don't know about Wilder again. I don't think I'm really interested in seeing that fight, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's a trilogy. You've got to make it.
That's I mean, I'm more interested in seeing the Fury Joshua fight than.
I'd love to see Joshua Wilder too as well.
Yeah, Joshua. Yeah, but just for the sake of it.
You see, styles make fights.
Not even.
I believe Wilder.
Yeah.
Would smash Joshua still.
You reckon?
But I still see Joshua as the only threat to Fury. People laugh at me because of his amateur boxing experience. His style is a big guy. He's the only threat to Fury in the boxing world, in my opinion.
I don't think Joshua. It depends which Joshua turns up to the Wilder fight. If the the Ruiz 2, Joshua comes to the Wilder fight, it might work to his way. If the one comes,
I think
then, he's not going to swing it out with him for sure.
But he's easier to hit than Fury. Fury moves too much. Wilder will connect with him. But again, I can see AJ pulling upset with Fury. That's why I love that division at the moment. It's really and the British are dominating, which is amazing.
For sure, it'll be interesting to see, man. So what are we giving them for a giveaway, bro? Free membership to the TK MMA. Nice. Yeah. That'll be great, bro.
Free membership for all ladies, like Ali G movie, who look at a certain level. I'm like, stop it, and you can give any offer, no problem. You could do a question answer thing. They get it right and they comment in the comments below. We'll do that when you post it. Yeah. And I'll give the one who gets it right a year free. How about that?
Because I'm gonna answer it and give my membership, bro.
A year free. And the question we'll put is. Do something tricky so they can't guess. I'll put a question as in. Okay, the question will be:
how many phones did Tam sell to the Nigerian?
Now the question will be, to make sure everyone's listening to this podcast, what was my coach's name in UK? So you put that in comments. What is my coach's name in the UK? I mentioned the podcast. Whoever gets my coach's name will get a 3-year membership. There you go. That's something. So you've got to watch it now. They
have to watch it. And I'll give you a hint.
Not just press mute forward and just masturbate over me. I know what you do. Exactly. Yeah? And just put a cover over his face. It's all right. Just listen to what I'm talking shit.
Dude, it's been emotional and a great little chat, man.
It's been
nice, man. Maybe you'll answer your phone for number 2. We'll get a number 2 in there for 3 years.
Let's get this guy's subscriptions up, and then I mean,
that's it. Let's do it.
Because I want to get paid for this shit, bro.
Exactly.
I don't want to. This water's Corona, bro. Like, I just see man then bring me some glass. I don't know if it's been sanitized.
Yeah, it's toilet water, mate. Don't worry about it.
It's all right. I've had Corona already. Yeah. I'm all right now. I think they're going to drink my glass now.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Guys, remember to like and subscribe. And thank you for gibbering with Jabber.
Jibber with the Jabber waffler. Do your thing.
You know what? I don't even know why. But you've been looking at the camera that's for both of us for most of the time here, and I think you think that's your camera, which is the one right in front of you, which to an alpha male would make sense, but then...
I'm just looking there, because I thought you're both in the screen. I don't want to be one of those fucking... My big head going like this, yeah?